The NFL is hitting Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones in his wallet for an obscene gesture he made during Sunday's 37-22 victory against the New York Jets. Jones has been fined $250,000 for what he called an inadvertent, obscene gesture toward fans, per ESPN Adam Schefter. The 82-year-old owner was seen flashing the middle finger after Dak Prescott's fourth touchdown pass against the Jets. Jones will have a chance to appeal the fine. It's the most recent instance of an owner being fined for an interaction with fans. Last season, Carolina Panthers owner David Tepper was fined $300,000 after throwing a drink toward a fan. In 2009, former Tennessee Titans owner Bud Adams was penalized $250,000 for conduct detrimental to the league after making an obscene gesture from a suite. Sunday's victory was the most convincing of the season for the Cowboys, who had 416 yards of offense in the matchup. Dallas moved to 2-2-1 with the win. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones addressed obscene gesture. Jones attempted to get ahead of the news, calling his gesture accidental during an interview with 105.3 The Fan in Dallas on Tuesday. He said he was trying to do a thumbs up to a group of Cowboys fans. "That was unfortunate. That was kind of an exchange with our fans out in front of us," Jones said. There was a swarm of Cowboys fans out in front, not Jets fans, Cowboys fans. The entire stadium was brimming with enthusiasm of Cowboys, and certainly late in the game. The gesture was inadvertent on my part because that was right after we made our last touchdown, and we were all excited about it. There wasn't any antagonistic issue or anything like that. I just put up the wrong show on the hand. That was inadvertently done. I'm not kidding. If you want to call it accidental, you can call it accidental. But it got straightened around pretty quick. I had a chance to look at it. It got straightened out pretty quick, but the intention was thumbs up and basically pointing at our fans because everybody was jumping up and down excited. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones backs Dak Prescott as MVP candidate. Part of the reason Jones was so excited was the play of Prescott. He's coming off a 237-yard, 4-touchdown performance and has racked up numbers this season. Prescott is second in the league in passing yards, 1,356, and third in touchdown passes, 10. "I think he is playing at that level," Jones said of Prescott. "He is obviously right there at the very top of the strengths of this team, and what a place to have it. Of all the places you could have it going well for you, that would be the one you would pick to give you a chance to be in the playoffs." Most impressively, Prescott has been working without his top receiver, CeeDee Lamb, who is dealing with an ankle injury. Prescott and Dallas face the Panthers on Sunday in Carolina. The Cowboys are a 3.5-point road favorite for the matchup. Considering that the Dallas Cowboys have been without CeeDee Lamb over the past few weeks, following the star wide receiver's injury during the second game of the year, what Dak Prescott has done is impressive. George Pickens has stepped up in a significant way for them, but that doesn't take away from the fact that Lamb is one of the top receivers in the NFL and Prescott could use him. It remains uncertain when Lamb will return, but according to NFL Underdog on X, Stephen Jones stated that Lamb, dealing with his ankle injury, could be back sometime within the next 2 weeks. For a Cowboys team sitting at 2-2-1, getting Lamb back for their contest against the Carolina Panthers would be important, but they have a division opponent coming up with the Washington Commanders on October 19th that might be more important. Stephen Jones, CeeDee Lamb, ankle, Cavani Turpin, foot, could be back in next 2 weeks, they posted. Could the Cowboys be getting CeeDee Lamb back soon? When speaking to reporters about Lamb's injury earlier last week, head coach Brian Schottenheimer said that the Dallas Cowboys star was moving better. However, it was still uncertain when he'd be good to go. Nonetheless, with Jones and Schottenheimer both stating that Lamb might return sometime in the near future, it's a promising sign for the Cowboys, a team playing much better than some anticipated entering the year. They're both moving around good. "I think the window is getting smaller," Schottenheimer said, per John Machota of The Athletic. CeeDee Lamb can boost Dak Prescott's MVP chances, while the Dallas Cowboys still have plenty of questions to answer about their immediate and long-term future. Kudos need to be given to Prescott for what he's done. In fact, he's even playing like the league MVP right now. Prescott has been that good, and when factoring in that Lamb hasn't been on the field, it's that more impressive. So much so that ESPN's Stephen A. Smith believes that he's the MVP right now, or has to at least be considered for it. He deserves strong consideration for league MVP honors right now, Smith said. He definitely is overachieving. It's not something we haven't seen before. He's like 29 or 30 games over .500 as a starter in his career. So, this is the regular season. This is when he does it, after all, not necessarily the postseason. But that doesn't take away from what we're seeing him right now. I just say to myself, with CeeDee Lamb out, with Micah Parsons having been traded, with the pressure clearly falling on the shoulders of Dak Prescott, he has answered the call. And right now, I think he needs to be a leading candidate for league MVP honors. While Smith had that to say, he also admitted that if Prescott leads his team to the playoffs and he doesn't perform at the highest level when it matters most, he'll be ready to criticize him, just like most. Lord help him, if he plays lights out during this regular season and the Dallas Cowboys find a way to get themselves to the playoffs, and then he goes to the playoffs and wets the bed, he won't hear the end of it, not from first take. I can promise you that. But he deserves league MVP consideration right now, Smith said. The Dallas Cowboys finally had a great performance from their defensive line in Week 5. Facing the New York Jets, they were able to rack up 5 sacks, with Justin Houston picking up 1.5. Defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus hasn't had the best start, but their latest performance could be the exact confidence boost his unit needed. Still, the Cowboys could remain proactive and look to add more talent ahead of the NFL trade deadline. Pro Football Network's Josh Weil believes they should do this, predicting a trade with the Miami Dolphins. Weil believes Dallas should send a 4th-round pick to Miami for edge rusher Jaelan Phillips, who is dominant when healthy. Miami Dolphins edge Jaelan Phillips celebrates after sacking Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence. Sam Navarro main images in Jaelan Phillips' last full season, 2023-24. He registered as the 4th best edge rusher and 13th best player in the entire league, grading 94.4 on our PFSN LBI ranking for the year. While there is no replacing Micah Parsons, bringing in someone who possesses that truly elite upside would benefit the Dallas Cowboys, especially seeing how they really get a lot out of the defensive players they bring in, Weil said. I believe that this would work out exceptionally well for Dallas, with Phillips and Kenny Clark leading a dominant and hungry front that can help everyone around them play better. Health has been the concern with Phillips, however. The 2021 first-round pick briefly retired due to concussions during his collegiate career and has struggled in the pros as well. In 5 seasons, he's missed 22 games. Phillips has played in all 5 games this season, recording 5 tackles and 1 sack. With Miami potentially entering a rebuild in 2026, they might be willing to unload Phillips for draft capital, which Dallas should consider. Otherwise, they risk ruining their elite offensive performance with a frustrating defense.